Kendall with Zach Real Estate here. Let's talk about why for sale by owners fail. Here we have our subject property at 345,000. He decided to list his home for. We have 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,216 square foot. Now this always cracks me up here. The for sale by owner actually uploaded 66 photos. As an agent, I would definitely advise against this. You don't want to give prospective buyers everything. You want to give them a reason to come in and buy the house and see the house, more importantly. Here is a big no-no. We see here the for sale by owner left brackets on the wall. What does this tell you as a prospective buyer? It tells you that my flat screen TV will not fit over the fireplace. Something we need to think about when we are presenting our house for pictures. Also, with 1216 square foot, not a lot of space. We have an island here in this compressed kitchen. I would also advise the seller to remove it. Here, I guess this would be the front room. Looks really clean, does look compressed, but looks like it's really well kept up, and it looks like it's been some care to it. Now, bathroom. Thing that stands out about this bathroom is it looks dated. No updated fixtures whatsoever. Keep in mind, this for sale by owner wants 345,000. So understand, as an agent, I want to look at the history. I want to figure out what pricing strategy to use so my house does not end up on the market for an exorbitant amount of days. This is where we find our for sale by owners outmatched and outmanned. Keep in mind, he wants 345 as an ask price. So we look at the stats. Stats drive everything. Stats drive our decision making when it comes to listing a house. I want to know, on average, how long does it take to sell a house in this subdivision? So I'm looking at the days on market. Generally, what we want to do as agents is we want to sell your house for the most in the least amount of time. The longer your house sits on the market, the harder it is to sell. So let's look at what we would consider some success stories. Starting from the top, 6 days on market, 0 days on market, 0 days on market, 20 days on market, 6 days on market, 6 days, 0, 19. Now here comes our incredible outliers. 78 days on market. Now we're back at 0. Now we're at 133 days on market. And then the last one, 55 days on market. If I was helping a for sale by owner, what pricing strategy do you think I would sell or pitch to my prospective client? I think the data here is very self-explanatory. So keep in mind here, all of our comps here are on the same street. They're the identical make and model. Every unit here has 1,216 square foot. They have 2 beds, 2 full baths, and 1 half bath. So the pricing strategy here is very simple. It's very straightforward. You don't have to overthink it. So let's look at our success highlighted here in the green. Our first example, they listed it at 324.9, and they even got over ask price at 325.4. The second example, they listed it at 330, and they got exactly what they asked for in this case, 330. The next one that was 20 days on market, they listed it for 312, and they got 312 for it. So that was a great pricing strategy. Now, the difference between 330 and 312 more than likely could be updates in fixtures. We would need to look at the pictures to know for sure. But generally speaking, we're looking at, if I was an agent working this area, I would know that in this particular area or on this street, that the condos go here from anywhere from 312 to about 330. And our FSBO said I'm going to set my list price higher than what anybody on my street has sold in the last 6 months. And by the way, I'm not going to make any major improvements or updates. If you ask me, that's a recipe for disaster. So let's look at why this one condo unit on this street, why did it set for 133 days? So let's look at it. On the same street, 2 beds, 2.5 baths, 1216, just like our subject property, sold for 312. So now let's look at the history. Went on market back in September 2022. Look what we have here. Look familiar? It went on market for 345. But this particular seller said, nope, I'm holding out. So from 913 to 922, they only dropped it $4,000. Side note, generally people don't buy houses because the house is $4,000 more than what they want to pay. So this seller said, I'm going to wait the market out, drops 5,000. And then a few months pass, drops another 8,000. They take it off the market at 120 days, reintroduces this property to the market at 133, and they get an offer for 312. They lost more money than anything in the subdivision within the last 6 months.